Congratulations, you're the 2025 NBA champions.
Welcome to Bones World. I'm Andre Xavier. The Oklahoma City Thunder are the NBA's newest champions and their seventh different champion in 7 seasons. Led by SGA Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who becomes the first player since Shaquille O'Neal in 2000 to lead the league in scoring, win Finals MVP and League MVP all in the same year. OKC's young core have proven that their time is now. We welcome into Bones World Angel Vazquez, our NBA expert. Thanks for stopping by and talking hoops with us, Angel.
Appreciate you having me, Andre.
Absolutely. Shai and Hallie had great postseasons this year, but where do they rank in the NBA's hierarchy of point guards today? Let's rank our top 5. I'll let you go first. Number 1.
Oh, I appreciate that. How nice of you. Well, I got to go with, tried and true. You can't go wrong with this pick. NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference MVP, regular season MVP, scoring champ. Like, what else you want me to say? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is right now the best point guard in the NBA.
Absolutely. And I think to go from the best point guard in the NBA to probably the best of all time is my number 2 is Steph Curry. Still scored 25 points a game this year. I think he's still worthy of being top 2 point guards in the league for sure. And always drop buckets.
I can agree with that. Magic Johnson might have something else to say about perhaps greatest of all time, but that's a different topic. But Steph would be the one guy that if you put him ahead of Shai, I might not have a problem with it. Number 3, you say Steph. The next guy we got to go to, he went to the finals last season, and even though he had a weird season this year after getting traded, he's still one of the best in the league, not just point guards, but players in general, and that's Luka Doncic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Luka's going to thrive under LeBron. He's going to learn a lot, and he's going to have a good year next year, I think. And for number 4, I think the clutch player in the league, he won Clutch Player of the Year this year, led the Knicks to the conference finals. I think Jalen Brunson is the heart and soul of the Knicks, and I think he is the 4th best point guard in the NBA today. I think so.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily put him 4th, but he's definitely top 5. So 5 or 4, either way, it's whatever. But he is that talented, and he definitely deserves a spot on this list. For the final pick at number 5, and the guy that I would consider ahead of Bronson would be Cade Cunningham. This is debatable, but I just think he's been showing, with his numbers and the way he's leading the Pistons, that he is on slightly a different level. But Brunson definitely deserves all the props for what he did during this playoffs run.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham winning Most Improved Player of the Year. He definitely deserved that. Like almost 10 assists a game this year. He killed it. And it was a very entertaining year. Ended with a very entertaining finals going to Game 7. But on the same day as Game 7, while the Thunder and the Pacers were getting ready to play in their biggest game of their lives, the Rockets went ahead and blew it all up with a blockbuster trade. On Sunday, the Phoenix Suns and Houston Rockets worked out a deal that sends former Texas Longhorn Kevin Durant to Houston for Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, 5 second-round picks, and the 10th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft next week. Durant reunites with coach Ime Udoka, who was his coach in Brooklyn and for Team USA. The 15-time All-Star Durant joins a Rocket team that finished 2nd in the West last season, but lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Golden State Warriors. Angel, what do you think about this trade?
Man, I don't know. I'm a little bit in between how I completely feel about it. For one side, obviously Durant is the perfect fit for the Rockets. I think, while as good as they were on the defensive side of the floor, they struggled on offense. And the one thing they needed was a guy that would take the ball and, take charge when the game was on the line. That's what Kevin Durant brings to the table. On the other side of things, yeah, they gave, 5 second-round picks, Jalen Green, that's fine. The one move that I think I don't like about this is the Rockets giving away Dillon Brooks. I feel like he was a little bit of the personality of the Rockets, and he gave them that extra oomph. Like it's hard to replace a guy like Dylan Brooks, especially when you bring a guy that's the complete opposite as far as leadership and toughness, honestly. So that's the only thing I don't like about the trade, but I think this is going to work out in the Rockets' favor.
Yeah, you're right. KD, isn't really going to contribute on defense. Definitely an offensive move. And, I think Sengun is going to have a great time. I think that now that there's going to be a lot of attention on KD, he's going to do what Jalen Green couldn't do, because Jalen Green only averaged 13 points in the playoffs on 37% shooting. And, that's not what they needed. I mean, they won 60 games, but that was off their defense. Like you said, Dylan Brooks was a big part of that coming in and kind of giving that mentality. Losing that is tough, but I think head coach Ime Udoka, I think he's going to keep that mentality going. And, they might need another pickup or something like that. But I think that the team is going to be dangerous. I mean, after finishing second in the West, I think, and only adding a Hall of Famer is pretty good. So it's going to be interesting to see next season, how it works out, and if there's going to be any more new faces in new places. But thank you for your insights, and thank you for joining us today on Bones World, Angel. You have a great night.
Thank you for having me.